So do you ever have to like wash something or rinse something or clean something and you don't want to do it in your sink, or maybe you don't have a sink that's handy? Well, leave it to Improvements. Again, these are collapsible sinks, collapsible tubs. You get 2 of these guys, and I love them. They're a 2-gallon capacity. They collapse down for storage, which is great. So if you're taking them on a trip, or maybe you're going camping and you need to wash dishes or whatever, but they are great for dishes. They're an extra sink. They could be a fruit basket. You can rinse your produce. And like I said, both of them collapse for storage. They even have a little plug on the bottom so that you can take that out and you can empty them out. I love this, even if you're doing hand washing.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you don't want to do that in the regular kitchen sink where your food is.
No, of course not. Tie-dye, bleaching, babies things.
Crafting stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. They are food safe, BPA-free. They are fridge and freezer safe. You can put like a hot liquid in here up to 212 degrees. They collapse flat for super easy storage, and each one of them is 2 gallons. So let's just talk about a bucket. We all need a bucket. You go to the big box store, you buy a bucket. Maybe it's orange with a handle, maybe it's blue with a handle. Now you've got a bucket and you have a handle, and it's all terrific, except now what are you going to do with your bucket? I live in a very small space. I don't have room for a bucket. Well, now you've got a bucket times 2 because you're getting both of them. 2-gallon bucket that has handles, that is food safe, fridge and freezer safe, that goes in the dishwasher when you're done using it for everything that you need a bucket for. You now have something that has a drain that'll drain slowly or quickly. It is a absolutely lock print drain that's going to absolutely not leak. So this is going to be something you're going to be able to use over and over and over again. We've got liquid in all of them down here in the front, and they are not dripping because that is absolutely amazing.
You got fruit over here and produce. You got grapes over there. We got a dish thing full of dishes, baby stuff, so sippy cups and all that stuff. We got soda over here. You can use it as an ice bucket. We're chilling our wine. Think about this. If you had to clean your refrigerator, would it be easier to grab a sponge and go back and forth to the sink? Or would it be easier to take this right over to your refrigerator, scrub whatever you need, dump it out?
Exactly.
I mean, it's a portable sink that you could take anywhere. But again, look at what else we've done with it. It's got so many different uses.
Well, it's so many different uses, and then some. Remember, you're getting 2-gallon bins that are going to go down to about 12 inches by 4 inches for super easy storing. When they pop up, it's super easy to open them up. They come up to about 8 inches, and then you've got a 2-gallon tub with a leak-proof drain, with handles, with feet. So if you take these out to the garden, if you're lucky enough to have a vegetable garden, you put it on the ground, you put everything in there, you go ahead and hose everything down, you open up the drain, you let it all drain down. If you're going to be doing your fine washables, I bleached all my white t-shirts. I just left them in here. I never had to give them a second thought. If you've got a great big farmhouse sink, you've only got one sink, and maybe you just got a coffee cup and maybe a plate that you want to wash, don't put it in the dishwasher. Don't fill up the big farmhouse sink with water. Use this small one. If you're going camping or have an RV or a boat, they're amazing. They're super lightweight. They only weigh about 2 pounds. But this is going to be your new bucket that you're going to be able to use for virtually everything, including a pedicure, because your feet will fit in here. And if you're thinking, well, gee, that's disgusting, don't put your feet in there. It's okay. You can put it in the dishwasher. It'll sanitize it, and it'll be ready to go for whatever else you want to use it for. Put food in here and brine or marinate, then pop it in the fridge. Absolutely amazing. When it's all done, put it back in the dishwasher. And again, they store easily for absolutely no space at all. So now meet your new bucket for virtually anything that you need a bucket for.
And that's the problem with a bucket, a regular bucket. I don't think I've ever said bucket so many times. I heard you say it. But think about it. A bucket is a bucket. It stays there. There's a big mop and a bucket that's back in my workout room because my Avita, a woman that helps clean my house once a month, she comes in and she helps me out with the bathrooms and all that stuff. That bucket is a bucket.
Yep.
And it always is there.
Yep.
I could easily get her this, And it would be nice because then I can stick that somewhere where nobody sees it rather than have a bucket in the middle of the workout room with a mop in it, like 24/7.
Absolutely. Well, one of the great things is we get to read all the reviews that you guys leave, which we absolutely love, and this has been a customer pick. Well, put your cleaning supplies in here. Use one for your water that you're going to use, that you go ahead and put the rag in. Put another one for your cleaning supplies and take it from room to room. When you're done, you simply unpack it and go ahead and fold it back up. This is just a brilliant idea for something that we utilize all the time for a total variety of reasons. Danny washing his car. Let him use this. This is perfect for that.
And it's the right size because you don't need a big giant bucket like me washing my windows because I have a I've got the squeegee with the so I can do that. But the only bucket I could find was this bucket like that size, and I'm like every time I bring it out, I only need like this much water because I just do I do it with a little bit of window cleaner and a little bit of water and a mop, and that's all that I could use. But even if you needed to clean like the inside of your shower. And you want to have the material that you're washing it with in here because you obviously don't want to plug up the sink or the drain to do that in the tub, right? Because especially if you're using a chemical, you're safe that way too. By the way, read the reviews. I know, again, it's kind of like my scissors. It's a bucket.
Yes.
But it's a really, really smart bucket. And we give you two. Everybody that orders gets two. Mostly 5-star reviews on hsn.com. I know there's a job or a task or a function that everybody at home can use this for. And whether, like you said, it's pre-soaking something, it's marinating something, like you said, doing a pedicure, washing your feet. Maybe you have a pet and you want to wash their paws before they come in the house, because Lord knows I've seen what my dog steps in. When you have an emergency, especially when she was a puppy, this would have been fantastic. But it's one of those things where it's anything you need it to be, right? So it can be for your food, it can be for your produce, it can be for your dishes. You may want to soak your silverware in there, like maybe you're using silverware cleaner and you don't want to put that in the sink.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just...
we can go on and on.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, entertainment season is here, so now you're going to be having people come over. You want to go ahead and chill your soda, the beer, the wine. This makes an absolutely fantastic ice tub, so now you don't have to worry about a great big styrofoam one. Now, if you're saying, well, yeah, but it's got the great big Improvements logo on it, well, we put that there so that you know it's a quality product from Improvements. But if you want to go a little bit upscale, you can just turn it around, and now you've got something for a more elegant party, and this is going to be perfect. We've got the 3 colors available for you, so you've got a great choice. This is just something that you're going to use virtually every day, and the great part is when you don't need it, they both fold flat for super easy storage, and they're so sturdy. They're so sturdy.
It's the perfect size bucket.
It is.
Because like I said, most of them are really big, or they're not even a bucket, they're just a big bowl. This is large enough to be able to do any job that you have around. As I said, if you do, the only reason I bring up hand washing, I've never done that, but I dated a girl, that's all she would do. She wouldn't put her clothes in the washing machine. Drove me nuts. Nice girl, but drove me nuts. And I do, because it takes
so long.
She's in there doing this with socks and bathing suits, and I'm like, Arby's is closing in like a half an hour. And so this is a great way to have that utility bucket for anything that you need, and you get 2 of them.
Yep.
It might even be an icky job that you don't want to use your regular sink for, and you're like, I'd much rather use this. This would be a heck of a lot easier to sanitize. Then it's ideal for that as well. So over 4,000 already gone. Read the reviews. Everybody loves it. 859-490. And of course, they shrink down to nothing. Look at that. Oh, by the way, Aqua